Okay, so listen, I just heard a theory last night that at first I was like, no, like this is actually nutty. But then the more I thought about it, I thought, could it be? So this, fair warning, okay, this might sound outrageous, but let's just ponder it for a second. So I heard this theory that it is possible that Brian Laundrie may have committed suicide the week or weekend that he went camping with his parents. And they pretty much, I guess, would have just been in mourning that whole time and then got to a point where they were like, okay, it's time to wrap this up and, let him be discovered, which I guess would explain or could explain the weirdness around him being found because that was weird. And again, at first I was like, oh, okay, come on. Like, even for someone like me who will kind of like at least entertain any possibility, think it out. At first, I was like, that's actually insane. But then I started really thinking about it and I thought, well, okay, let's think about this for a second. Let's say that he went to his parents and, when he came back and he said, I'm either A, I'm not going to prison, or B, I'm not wanting to live because I'm so distraught about Gabby and her not being here and what I've done. And like, I want to go be with her or I just don't want to be here, period. If they thought for 1000% fact that their son was going to end his life, no matter what they did, no matter what they said, and he was either going to do it on his own now, or he was going to get caught and do it in prison. Because let's face it, a lot of people do that in prison. Could they? Would they? I don't want to say like sanction his suicide. That sounds like nutty, but out of desperation because there was really nothing else they could do but at least be with him at the end. And I'm not saying like they sat there in some like weird little circle together and, he ended his life in front of them. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying like, was this like a goodbye weekend? Was this like you know what I mean? Like, is it a possibility? And they just wanted to be with him at that time. And that would explain their silence all the time after that because they were in mourning and then finally just knew that the situation had to come to an end or his remains had to be found because there's so much weirdness around his remains being found. You don't have to be a conspiracy theorist to find that situation odd. You just have to be alive and breathing to think that situation was odd. I mean, the police, the bounty hunters, the cadaver dogs, the FBI, like everybody's looking for this man for 5 weeks, and his elderly parents find him in 30 minutes the first, time they go look for him. So, could that be? Could it be a thing? I mean, I know it sounds wacko. I get it. It sounds wacko. It sounds wacko to me, and I'm the one saying it. Um, but I don't know. And could a desperate parent do that? Like, if you absolutely knew there's nothing you can do about it, like your son is going to end his life. He's going to. There's not going to be anything you can do about it. Even if you call the police, even if he gets arrested, yes, you would like to think that would protect him if he was in prison, and they do have like suicide watch and whatever, but like not indefinitely, I mean, if you're determined to end your life, you're going to end your life, and it does happen in the prison system, sadly. Um, and we don't know. I mean, none of us at Team Brian, okay? Like, we're not, but we don't know this man. We only know that he potentially killed his girlfriend. And, we conjure up images and beliefs of who would do such a thing, but we don't know him. So, he could be this huge narcissist and now he wants to end his life because he, doesn't want to go to prison. Son is like directly in my eyeball right now. So you probably either A, can't see me, or I look like a ghost. I don't know. Or, some horrible moment happened and there was a loss of control and he killed her, and maybe he was so depressed and desperate to be with her or to not live without her, or a combination of both, like whatever. Could a parent just accept that because there's no other choice and, I don't know, just go off and have this kind of like goodbye weekend? I don't know. Like, okay, it sounded nuttier to me as I'm saying it. Like, it sounded a little bit more logical before I started filming, but like, I still wonder. Like, tell me what you think. Tell me if you think it's absolutely a nutty theory or if it's possible. Okay, I don't know. Everything in this story so far has been a little bit nutty. So, I mean, let's just add this. Let's add this to the nuttiness. Okay. All right. Bye.